If your kids like Trolls, Minions, or Jurassic Park,
and you want them to be able to ride more than 2 rides in a park, then you need to watch this video. Sup my dudes, it's Demi, and today I am breaking down Universal Kids Resort.
As someone who's been covering kids theme parks for years, I know what families are looking for, and I'm gonna give you my honest opinion and give you a realistic look at this park,
so that you can decide if this is right for your family. So now let's get into it. Let's check out Universal Kids Resort and let's go get into some hijinks.
Universal Kids Resort is located in Frisco, Texas,
and is suggested for ages 3 to 8, where you'll find lands dedicated to Trolls, Shrek, Minions, SpongeBob, Jurassic World, Puss in Boots,
with a hint of Gabby's Dollhouse.
I've created kids guides to all 3 Universal Orlando parks, and did you know that there are only 10 rides across the 3 parks in total that children under 40 inches can ride? And that's on purpose because Universal knows Disney will cater to that age group. So the Orlando parks really cater more toward ages 8 and up. So they made a dedicated kids space outside of the Orlando bubble, a smaller scale regional style park that is a lot easier on kids, where you don't have to do months of research to be prepared. You could very easily walk in without learning one thing and still have an amazing day, where you are always just a short back walk to your room, and you can take a midday break without having to get on a bus. Now, is it as immersive as Epic Universe? No. But immersive places like that really overwhelm children. Plus, this is supposed to be a small regional park that maybe they could add in different locations around the country. And now, as someone who has covered kids parks for years, I'm not gonna say this is a perfect park. There are strange choices like not painting this attraction and not having an app for wait times and show times. At least today, opening day, there's no app. Hopefully that changes in the future. But that doesn't mean this park still isn't incredibly well themed and really planned out with children in mind. Like having built-in kids toilet seats in the bathroom. I've never seen a kids park do this. Or have sensory gardens in Jurassic World and in Trolls. But they also really keep parents' needs in mind. At Family Service, you can find nursing rooms, a sink with a microwave, plus you will find a quiet room. But the best part of all is that they have an adult changing table, which is something I get asked a lot in these parks, and this is a real game changer. And even a diaper dispenser. They really think ahead, because even in guest services while you're talking to someone, they have a little kids play area that they can keep busy while you talk to guest services, plus stroller and ECV rentals. But the 2 things that parents need the most first here at the Cafe Universal: Starbucks coffee, yes, real Starbucks, but also drink carts in Jurassic World and in Trolls. Plus, if you stay at the hotel, you do get early entry, which means you can enter the park 1 hour before the public. And I will have a detailed hotel tour, so stay tuned. And guess what? They have a resort refillable mug that you can use in the park and in the resort. In Orlando, you have to buy 1 refillable mug for the hotel and 1 for the parks. So I'm gonna show you land by land, and you can see for yourself if Universal Kids Resort is right for your family. And my dudes, we're here with my friends from We Do Travel Right, your boots on the ground travel agents, learning everything about this new park to make sure you have the most amazing trip at no cost to you. Make sure to go hit the link in my description to get your free quote on your next trip. So Kids Resort is set up like a big circle that you can walk around to every land, with Minions Bello Bay in the center. One of the most unique things about this park are all the splash pads that you'll find in different lands and different water attractions to keep your kids cool. Even another one here. And then of course you have Minions Bello Bay Cruise, which is a river raft ride where you'll get soaking wet. And that is a 40-inch height requirement versus 42 inches over at Popeye's river raft ride over at Islands of Adventure. Next we have Golf Cart Derby, which is a spinner attraction with a 36-inch height requirement. Plus a snack stand where you can get Minions themed snacks, but I'm gonna cover all the fun snacks at this park in a different video. Plus you can meet the characters in each of their lands. Oh my gosh, you guys, you look amazing. Ah! Are you guys going on vacation? Oh, I love it. You're gonna play some golf? You're gonna go to the beach? Bello Bay, obviously. You're gonna go to Bello Bay. Wow, I'm very jealous. I wish I had some time off, but I'm so glad I got to spend some time in Bello Bay today with you guys. Now to the right of Minions, or if you headed to the right from the resort, you have entered Bikini Bottom, where you will find the no height requirement ride SpongeBob Jellyfish Fields Jamboree. But if you are under 48 inches, you must be with an adult. A real life Goofy Goobers, where dreams come true and you can finally get yourself a Goofy Goober Sundae, which we will be doing in my snack video. Oh my gosh! Hi SpongeBob, hi Patrick! It's so nice to see you guys! I'm so excited to go get a Goofy Goober Sundae. You're making dreams come true, you guys. I'm a goofy goober rock, obviously. You will also find the water attraction bobbing barrels, where you on the outside can even control where water is going. But be careful, because they're spitting right back at you. And this is a 36-inch height requirement. You'll also find the barnacle bus, which is a 36-inch height requirement. And if you saw my Nickelodeon Universe video, you may think this looks a little familiar because this ride basically exists there too. There is not any shade on these walkways, but when you are waiting online, they have coverage. And then finally, we have Mrs. Puff's Boating School. This is a 36-inch height requirement. And listen, Universal, please make a SpongeBob land for adults, because this was something that I've been watching my whole life and I always wanted to drive a boat. And that's not even on Bikini Bottom. We have a Bargain Mart, a store, and it's a great store. And in Universal Studios Florida, there's only a SpongeBob store. We need SpongeBob attractions. We have the snack bar, but my dudes, they made Glove World. These are pay-to-play midway games, so they're $1 per person. They also have the jellyfish games, 3 for 10 or 8 for 20. And finally, you have the Pineapple Paradise, a huge splash pad featuring SpongeBob's actual pineapple. Don't forget to say goodbye to Larry as you head out of Bikini Bottom, because we reached the city limits, and head into Jurassic World. Jurassic World Adventure Camp is a great addition because in Jurassic Park at Universal Orlando, there's not much for kids to do. Other than Camp Jurassic at Universal Orlando, where you can do Pteranodon flyers and play in the jungle gym, the other rides are not for littles. The lowest would be Jurassic River Adventure with a 42-inch height requirement. But here you can ride Cretaceous Coaster. It's a 30-second coaster. It's a great starter coaster for kids to get them ready for coasters like Velocicoaster one day when they're older and they go to Universal Orlando. And this is a 39-inch height requirement. Across from the canteen, you have Mr. DNA's Double Helix Spin. Believe it or not, this is a no height requirement ride. However, if you're under 54 inches, you must ride with an adult. Next, you have Terran Drop. This is a drop tower. Honestly, it's a little scary. It spins, it goes pretty high up. Like, this is high for kids, but very cool. And surprisingly, only a 36-inch height requirement. And then you have 2 playgrounds in this land. This is Paddock Play, where you can climb inside the dinosaur. And then very similar to Camp Jurassic's Jungle Gym at Islands of Adventure, you have Lookout Towers. This is a seriously crazy cool jungle gym, and it's pretty high up. It's so high, you have to be 48 inches to be able to play by yourself. Otherwise, your parent has to play with you.
But what's so awesome is here you can still meet a dinosaur.
Put a fist out like this. Perfect. Now I am just going to have her come around. She's just going to sniff you guys, and she's comfortable with you guys. 2 fingers like this. You're going to use the back of those fingers to gently pet her under her chin.
Aw, sweet baby.
She's got very soft skin right now. That's because she is just a baby.
But now we are heading into Puss in Boots in Del Mar. This land in particular is really beautiful, but you can see there is not much shade. It is very hot. But look how well themed this land is. It's really giving Spain. And here you will find Swings Over Del Mar, which is a classic swing attraction with a 42-inch height requirement, but beautifully themed to Puss in Boots. I mean, look at the artwork on there. That is beautiful. And even on the very top part with Kitty Soft Paws and Puss in Boots and Friends. But here you will find the Puss in Boots Theater. Now, while it happens throughout the day, as of recording right now, because there is no app, you won't know when the next show is unless you come to the theater and look at the showtime. So again, I'm really hoping they add an app or at least something where it shows showtime soon. So the show is actually a puppet show, and I really like the puppets because I'm a puppet person. A lot of the people in my party did not feel the love for the puppets, but however, we felt the story was just kind of weird. It was about this governor not liking cats. I won't spoil it for you. I think it's still kind of cute, but my party was not really into it. I think this is not a must-do. I think maybe if you see it happening, give it a watch. Maybe you'll enjoy it more than we did or they did, but listen, I'm always gonna stick up for puppets. I also wanna mention that character meet and greets don't have posted times either. You kinda have to get lucky to see them. But if you hang out where they meet, eventually they will come out. And maybe if you're lucky, a team member will tell you when it will happen. But that's one of the things I really don't like about Universal, because this happens over in Orlando as well, where sometimes it'll say when the times are on the app, but others it's just like, you gotta get lucky. But man, this land is so stinking beautiful. And then to close out this land, we have the Midway games. This game is 1 game for $5 or 3 games for $10. And you have the balloon popping game, 3 balloons for $10 and 8 for $20. And even though Puss in Boots did start in Shrek, he does have really wonderful movies, but now we are are in the Shrek dedicated land. What's really nice, since we are all the way in the back of the park, they added a second first aid and family services here like you can find in the front. But here in Shrek Swamp, you'll find swamp snacks, and I'll cover that in my snack video, but right next to it is their meet and greet.
Hello, Fiona. Hello, Shrek. Yes, I have emulated Shrek here today. Actual fashion icon you are. Yes, do you like it?
He makes it himself.
You're so good at it.
He weaves.
I see. I didn't do that. There's this thing called Amazon.
What's that?
It's like this place that you just click a button and things show up at your door, like way too often, and it's becoming a problem.
It sounds so handy. We could use that for the triplets, you know, with how often they go through things.
I agree. Do you know?
Some new furniture.
You do. I mean, how often are the kids breaking the furniture? All the time. Yeah. I mean, kids in general, and then ogre kids, of course.
Luckily, with Shrek building this park, he's gotten a lot better at like rebuilding the furniture.
Oh, good.
Although for a while there, it was like twigs that would just like go in different directions, and then splinters and donkey. And oddly enough, also donkey breaks the furniture quite frequently. He likes to tap dance on top of the tables, and
That's a problem.
it's a problem.
Yeah.
And then his wife obviously can breathe fire, which adds another level of issue.
I really hope you guys have good home insurance.
I think we do. The swamp actually does have a pretty decent rate with that.
Oh, good.
Yeah, because it's mostly just sticks. Gingy shows up and like kind of breaks some things as well. I think it's the like gingerbread broken leg thing.
Yeah. Throwing house parties when you guys take a vacation. I mean, he doesn't stop.
Yes. Oddly enough, he did help us paint some of this.
Oh, it looks beautiful.
Yeah, I think it's the icing thing. He's quite the artist.
That is very. Are these sunflowers?
They're my favorite.
Beautiful. I love them.
Remember the part of our story where he got me a sunflower?
Yes, right.
Directly next to the meet and greet is this splash zone with a water bucket. This is definitely the splash pad that you will get the wettest in, because that bucket will drench you. And then you have the ride that is in this land, Shrek and Fiona's Happily Ogre After. This is a slow moving ride with a 36-inch height requirement, and I believe this is where they drop the ball a little. It's a retelling of Shrek 1, and their kids made them this ride. But as you can see, there's just long stretches of this ride where you're just going through plants, and the actual parts of the attraction that you can see aren't really that entertaining looking. I understand it's their kids that made it, but to be baking in the hot sun like this with no shade, with very little to look at, I just think they missed the mark. But at least where you wait is completely covered. We also have another part of the park where it's a big walking path and nothing's around and there's no shade. And I think the internet saw these little parts of the park that are like that and ran with it. While I don't love just baking in the sun, walking from land to land, it's one small section in this entirely well-themed park. But before we leave the swamp, we do have a playground, Shrek's Swamp Romp and Stomp. That is a tongue twister. It is a little playground, and unlike in Universal, this does not make fart noises, because yes, in DreamWorks Land at Universal Studios Florida, the slides make fart noises. So Universal Orlando, you got one up on this one. And finally, we are heading into our final land, Trolls. We then have our next show here at the Trolls Amphitheater, and just like at Puss in Boots, you're only gonna know about it, as of right now at least, on this board at the actual theater. Here is the theater. It's completely covered. It has big fans, and it has a back to the bleachers, which is nice for adults. The Troll Show is a great way to see your favorite Trolls friends. It has a small plot where they have to find Mr. Dinkle, but it's mainly a dance party with the Trolls characters. It's very fun, and if you're a Trolls fan, I highly recommend. Across from the theater, you have a snack stand that maybe you can also find in DreamWorks Land and Universal Orlando, but more on that in my snack video. We then have the balloon ride, Hair in the Clouds, and remember, this park has off-the-shelf rides, which means these are rides that you will find anywhere you could find these types of rides. But the whole point is that it's themed to your favorite IP, aka intellectual property. And this is a 36-inch height requirement. And then as we head on down, we have Trolls Eats. Even though it is outside, it is covered and has fans. And the difference between here and Orlando, coverage makes a huge difference because it's not humid, so it's much cooler. And then right next to it is another show. It's the King Troll X's dance party. This is so cute. Also, it's really nice and cool in here. Great place to cool off, but you're gonna dance, or honestly, you can just sit down and chill and enjoy the air conditioning and the show.
What's up, King Troll? 5, 6, 7, 8, and 10.
This is really cute, but I wish King Troll X kind of, came out in person and not maybe just on the screen. But kids are having the time of their lives, and they're in air conditioning.
We all have music within us. Music makes us strong, so keep practicing it. Whether it's there's techno, rock, rap, pop, soul, funk, opera, jazz, classical, hip hop, folk, country, or blues, whatever it is.
Keep playing it and keep strong. This is King Trollex saying, stay cool and keep dancing.
Catch you later, King Trollex.
So even though King Trollex doesn't make a physical appearance, right here next to it, you can meet some troll friends. Hi, Poppy. Hi, Branch. I'm so excited to see you. Are we gonna do a lot of singing today? Oh, good. Yeah, a lot of dancing and hugging too, right? Lots of hugs. Oh, no. And my dudes, I am so excited because next to that, we have Glimmer, Sparkle, and Shine. First, it's a little merch store. Hi! Where you can find some treats, which again, we'll see in our snack video. But here in the corner is where you will find Trollify Me, where you can become a troll. This is something you need to book before coming. You can book this on the Universal app, or my friends at We Do Travel Right can book this for you at no cost to you, along with your vacation here to Universal Kids Resort. They also have regular face paint, which is walk-in basis only. It is $25 to become a troll, and there's different versions you can do. If you do tier 2, you get the makeup and this poppy wig or this branch headband. And if you do tier 3, you get that and you get either this poppy shirt or you get this branch shirt. My dudes, you're not ready for this. So I did the half face. It literally took 4.5 minutes. I brought this from home. I bought it on Amazon. But look how pretty, all sparkly. They also gave me a makeup wipe to take it off later. I just realized that I don't know how I'm gonna wear my sunglasses with this now, but I'm glad I waited till the end of the day. But this is seriously so fun. And the team members inside are so fun. They're all yelling like sparkle, glitter, and glow, and like they're making a big deal if you come out as Princess Poppy. They're like, oh, it's Poppy. And it's such a great experience. And if you're worried about, oh, should I spend $25 just for my kid to go in the water and it comes off, it does not come off. Definitely bring some micellar water if you plan on doing the trollification. Across from Trollify is Poppy's Playland. This is a very unique playground. You get pretty high up there. It's very cool though, and at least it has this wonderful tarp over it. And then across from that is the Universal Kids Resort Theater. This is basically a place to just come and sit and cool off. They're playing episodes of Gabby's Dollhouse. They're playing previews of Minions and other things. It's just like little short things where you can come and cool off and have your kids entertained. And then right next to that is the Trolls Critter Crawl. This is such a cool playground. It feels very similar, but just kind of on a bigger scale to the Troll Playground over at DreamWorks Land and Universal Orlando. I love that it is completely tarped. So it's in the shade, it's nice and cool in here. It has some interactive elements in here, but what a great idea to have it all covered so that you have a place to kind of cool off but still play. Also, it looks like I've been eaten. And then next to the sensory garden is the not troller coaster. I was gonna call it the troller coaster. That's what it's called in Universal Orlando. This is Rhonda's TrollFest Express. It's a 36-inch height requirement. Some of the queue is not covered. Hopefully it won't be so busy that that would be the case, but most of it is covered. And it is one train car, so it could take a while on busy days to load and unload. Oh, here we go. Up, up, up. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Woo! Oh, it goes twice. That's so cool. It's faster than it seems. So even though that's all the lands, here in the front hub when you walk in, you have some Gabby's Dollhouse fun. Here she is where you can meet her, but she also does a little dance party. Hey, Gabby! Aw, so cute. So she doesn't get her own land, but at least she gets a little fun section here. Bye, Gabby! And they even have a cupcake stand, which I can't wait to try in my snack video. Well, my dudes, that was Universal Kids Resort. I had a great time. I think this park did a great job catering to children and families. Yes, there are some walls that aren't painted nice, and maybe the Shrek ride was a miss, but the majority of everything here is so great, so well themed. The point is, if you like the IPs that are here, then this might be the park for you. Because, as everything I explained, Universal Orlando, which is a wonderful park, is really not the best for littles. So that's why this place exists. And I think it's a great option to be able to take your kids to before heading to the bigger parks in Orlando. On top of it, it's only a 15-20 minute ride from the Dallas airport, and they even have Six Flags Over Tex as well. I will put a video out very soon for that so you could see what that park looks like. And they have a huge kids section there too, so you can make it a whole little Dallas trip. But let me know in the comments, what did you think of Universal Kids Resort? Would you come to Universal Kids Resort? Did this video help you make up your mind? Do you see maybe what the good things are about it and maybe why it might not be for you? I want to hear all of it in the comments below. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you did like this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification so you don't miss anything that goes on this channel. Follow me on Instagram at Magical Hijinx. Check out the Patreon. Become a patron, you'll get exclusive bonus content, bonus lives, help with trip planning, access to our Discord, and so much more. And you'll be helping me to continue bringing you great content like this to this channel. And don't forget to hit the link in the description to get a free quote on your next trip to Universal Kids Resort or Universal Orlando or Disney World, Disney Cruise Line, and beyond, because We Do Travel Right are actual boots on the ground agents doing the work to make sure that you guys have the most incredible trips possible at no cost to you. And it really helps the channel if you do hit that link in the description. But anyway, thank you again so much, and make sure to stay tuned for my hotel tour, my snack video, and more to the channel. And until next time, my dudes, I hope you guys get into some hijinks very, very soon. Bye-bye.